Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Presented by Carolina Lakeway. Come good with us. When the action begins in the studio, our referees for tonight's event are Elgato Azul and Carolina Real Streamers. For the viewers in attendance and Facebook and YouTube users around the world, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the Elgato Azul TV studio in Louisville, Texas, it's time! What's up, slime lovers? I'm your host, Chris, a.k.a. Elgato Azul. A partner in slime over here, Mr. Jamie Dunn, Carolina Lakeweights.
What's up, everybody?
We back.
Back again.
It's been a while. I
tell you, I mean you both.
Well, we got some good fishing in this weekend. Jamie's at Santee Cooper for the King Cat Classic.
Yep. Yeah, we've been down here, man. Man, we have been fishing since Sunday. Come home Monday, back down here Tuesday. Today we'll be here through Saturday night.
Jamie's fishing with one of our teammates, Jeremy Eads, a.k.a. Jeremy's Tournament Cats, JTC. Tried to get him to come on, but he's MIA. He's in that bucket of beer.
Oh, man. He's enjoying himself.
So tonight it's going to be pretty loose. Jamie's in his truck. We're going to be talking about throwing everything out the window.
I think I've done that twice.
It's a topic for Jamie because he's getting his tail handed to him over there.
Yeah, I think we've thrown everything out the window for the past 2 days. We're catching the same size fish, man. The weather's different this week. It's hot. It's been the lake's been like glass for the last 2 days. It's been tough fishing, man.
Let's run through here and see who all's with us. We got Big Mike. What's up, Big Mike? How you doing, buddy? We got Walt McCorkle, our Operation Vets with Nets brother. Welcome in, Walt. We got my boy Killer B in the house. What's up, Bill? We got Ben and Tips Catfishing. I'm supposed to go fish a tournament with them next weekend, but Jackson's got playoff football, so I had to back out. Sorry, buddy. I wish I could go fish with you boys. It's probably going to be pretty good fishing. Well, if it doesn't get rained out. Trent Williams, smackdown, baby. There it is. Leland, welcome in, Leland. Paul Story, welcome. Chris Vitale, Chris. We smoked him on Levon this Sunday, bro. We lit him up, buddy. Tub, welcome in, Tub. Tub's got a bulldozer and a pallet full of body armor for sale if anybody needs it. Now that the election's over. So how's everybody doing? Jamie Dunn, tell me something good, bro.
Man, I was hoping you could tell me because I tell you, tonight's topic on the show is right up our alley. Right now it's pouring down rain also. Man, we've had a week of it, brother, so far. It's been tough.
Yeah.
It really has.
It's been a weird fall so far for us. So sounds like y'all got about the same thing going on. You said your water temp 71.
The water temp today was actually down to 69 today.
Okay.
Yesterday it was warmer yesterday, but we found some areas today was around 69. Our problem is, man, all the fish we're catching is the same size, man, 20s to 28s. Last week down here they were catching some big ones down here last week. It was a lot cooler, but we're gonna look around. We're gonna go and drag some stump fields tomorrow. We're gonna take it right through it tomorrow.
Jeff P. Stinkin, welcome, bro. Dustin Clark, welcome, buddy. They got the Twisted Cats is coming to a lake near me, so I don't know if I'll be able to fish it. February is Jackson's basketball, so Saturday's usually basketball. Screws me right there. There's about a month. I'm not. If I can fish it, I'll fish it. Maybe we can partner up, man. I know where the fish will be. So I know where. I know the lake. It's a pretty tough lake when they go deep because it's all heavy timber. Big Mike says it's very warm fall. Hard to figure the big girls out from the bank. Mike, it's hard to figure the big girls out at all right now. It's a very They move a lot. They're really scattered. We've had warm water temps. Our water's been hovering between 74 and 70 for 5 weeks, 6 weeks. No real major cold fronts to cool things off. We have just now got a rain event for water coming into the fishery. So we had the show tonight that says, you know, when to throw everything out the window. Well, this is the reason why. So,
hell, I almost threw the rods off the boat today.
I went to make a bait run Saturday because I was going fishing Sunday, and I went to my home lake, went and made a bait run. I was going fish, you know. It's like, all right, well, I'll go find some good fish and I'll make a drift through them. Well, I ended up just looking forever, and they weren't where they should have been, and I looked for a good solid 2 hours. So I thought, okay, well, when I fish tomorrow, I'm not going to go where they should be because I was going to a different lake. I'm going to go where I think they shouldn't be.
Yep.
Because if I can't find them on my home lake, how the hell am I supposed to go travel fish and find them? So that's what I did. I threw everything out the window, and I said, all right, I don't ever go to the south end of the lake and fish the deep hole this time of year. I'm going to go there, and that's where they were.
I tell you, man, I started out with certain size leaders. I've changed my leaders about 4 times already this week so far. I did find something that was working, but like I said, man, the fish are averaging between 20 to 25 to 28 pounds. But I think like I said, we studied and we got another area picked out tomorrow, and we're going to change some stuff up late tonight when we get back. I'm hoping we will be able to change some stuff out.
I have confidence in you boys. Y'all kill it on Santee Cooper. So, and you're fishing with JTC. He's always good for 60.
Yeah, I'm telling them that every day, man. Where's the 60? Where's the 80?
Trent says drift the diversion canal.
Man, we have done it all, brother.
He's already been there, Trent. He's been there. He's been there, south, and everywhere in between. And I guess y'all are gonna. I'm not gonna give up your spots, but y'all are gonna switch it up tomorrow. Did you go look? You go looking?
Yes. We did. We had to catch. Man, we've been through 3 tanks of bait already so far this week. We had to catch some more bait today. Even the bait has moved out from where it was from yesterday, but we're going to change it up.
They don't sit in the one spot for long. It's very seldom are they in the same spot. It's 2 days, 2-3 days in a row. You don't even have to have a weather change or a weather pattern, weather system move in, and y'all have had weather changing. So y'all got rain on the way. I know where they should be moving, but I thought the same thing when I went and got bait Saturday. We had a rain event. I'm like, I'm going to go up in that muddy water. It's going to be loaded with fish. It had fish, but it was not what it should have been. So I went looking, and I couldn't figure anything out. So
right now the big girls are they are scattered, man. They are really scattered. Somebody's going to end up getting on some nice ones, maybe Friday and Saturday. I hope it's us. Like I said, we've changed our tackle out about 3 to 4 different times already, and we're dialing it in. Killer
B says he hates when the wind is flat. He's caught him that way, but it's not his favorite. And Bill, I fished 6 weeks in a row with no wind. I had a one weekend where there was a north front that was hitting while I fished, and about halfway through my trip, the wind just completely crapped out and then started kind of just a slight 2 mile an hour breeze out of the east. I was able to catch fish every trip, but it was really slow.
Where you're running off to just now.
Still this past weekend, I caught more fish this last trip than I've caught in the last 6 to 8 trips. And I gotta say I got lucky to find them, because if my buddy would have gotten me bait, one of my guide buddies would have gotten me bait, which I do a lot. If he would have went and got me bait the day before and I wouldn't have gone and looked, I would have never done the things that I tried Sunday when I fished, because I would have gone to my wheelhouse. I would have gone up where the muddy water's coming in, and I would have searched my ass off up there for fish. I threw all that out the window. I went with kind of just a hunch. I thought, well, we did have some cool weather previously. I know the lake turned over, and then we had a big warm up, so I'm pretty sure there's a warm cap over cool oxygenated water. I'm just going to go look deep. And 33 feet was lit up like a freaking Christmas tree on my graph for 2.5 miles. It looked like February, man.
Oh.
And then we just caught fish after fish from 5 minutes in until the second I left. We had fish in the boat constantly. So thank you, Lord, because I've been getting my ass kicked, boys.
I was about to say, Chris, y'all just flat wore them out, brother.
We smoked them. We had at one point where we had 7 fish in the boat. We were on them. We didn't catch any giants, but we got a bunch of 30s, a bunch of 20s, a ton of teeners. We probably caught close to 60 fish. Beth says, "What's up, sliders?" I fished with Vest 2 weeks ago up at Texoma, and we got our asses handed to us. We had that was the north front day, and then we had east wind. We found a huge pile of fish that looked like February on a ridge. I think we caught 4 or 5 fish the whole day, and we got one right around 20. We had one giant that bit a monster bait it, like just crushed it, bit it in half, came unbuttoned. That's fishing, though, guys.
Yeah, Chris, I can't see the chat, so I'm going through. If there's any questions or anything out there, brother, you'll have to let me know.
Big Mike says their water temps was in the 60s and fluctuating with rain. So rain can help, but it also moves them rapidly and can make them move long distances. So where they were the day before, they got rain on the way, they start migrating, and then when the rain happens, it's a mass migration. Usually you get up where that water's coming in, and it's pretty good fishing. That's not been the case. That was not the case for me Saturday. They weren't where I thought. So,
yeah, and we got rain right now, Chris, and we got more coming throughout the night. It looks like I was telling you, just 1 or 2 counties over from where we are, I believe they're going to get close to 10 inches.
Yeah, kind of rain there. That's not a beneficial time. I mean, that's just too much, man.
Yeah.
There is no way to pattern a 10-inch rain. So
No.
Killer B said, yep, late fall screwed up his bull red fishing as well. So Bill goes down to the coast and kayaks for bull reds. And, well, he also does a lot of he fishes for them on shore down there too. But the bull red run's been messed up. So I think a lot of fishing's kind of screwy this fall. Stephen Full, welcome in. Oh, Beth says, what's up, Slimers? He must be top text, and it said sliders. Sliders. What are you calling us, man?
Well, I'm using a lot of the sliders right now.
Dustin Clark says he went north to the dam on the red, not a cat in sight. Should have went south. That's what I did. I went north where they should have been with muddy water. It had rained 2 days before. Generally, I can do well in muddy water for 3 days, right around 3 days after a rain. And then after 3 days, I kind of move further out into the washout and still do well. They weren't there, man. I mean, every year's different. You never know. But this year's been very difficult. I mean, my buddy's like, well, you've caught good fish every trip. I'm like, yeah, but it's been like 6 to 10 fish trip. And that is just brutal when you're fishing for 7 hours. You're getting like a fish an hour. And really we catch every fish in like 45 minutes. So it's 5 hours of nothing. And that's painful, guys.
Chris, that's like something we've done, so far this week, man. Gone 1 to 2 hours, no bite. Next thing you know, you got 3 poles going down at one time. I mean, it's been very different right now this week.
Yeah, I can't figure them out. Everything that I'm trying is not really working. And I'm finding good fish. Me and Bess found a huge pile of fish on structure. We did fish them with some wind, and it was terrible, man. We just sucked. So
it's amazing how much difference it is this year.
JP, what's up, bro? Jerry's been on the bank smashing them with his 14-foot Mad Cats. He's always on them. Juan, welcome in, buddy. We're going to be adding Juan and his son to the team. I've got Vess has been on the team about 3 weeks. I just announced him this week. I just had gotten busy with sports and life, so I haven't been able to keep up with my team duties. But Juan, we'll get you on soon, man, and we'll wait till you and the Ethanator got a little something that I can promote. Bill, we found him, buddy. We found him good. It was insane. Jason, welcome, Shitty Fisherman. Welcome. Jason's got a new boat. He's been out pounding the lake, trying to get some things figured out. So anytime you want to follow me around, I can show you how to float around like an idiot. Pretty damn good right now.
Chris, it sounds to me like there's some of them in chat that's having the same problems that we've kind of been going through ourselves, brother.
I feel fortunate really to get what we've been getting. Well, I'm not going to say this past weekend was awesome, but the 6 weeks before, I felt fortunate to get 5 or 6 fish.
Yeah.
I think our best trip was like 10 fish. And I thought, man, about 3 or 4 hours out of that, I thought, man, we might get skunked today. This might be the day. And then, we'd figure something out, put something together and put some fish in the boat. And I'd be like, relief. I can forget about that trip now. But
well, send some of that luck this way.
stay on the grind. Like Juan said, grind until you find. If you're not on fish that are feeding move.
I was talking to you earlier.
But also, don't be afraid to go back to the ones that weren't eating later, because
That's it.
those damn fish can turn on like, I mean, I wish I knew what turned them on. A lot of times it's weather. Sometimes I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's just, nothing's changed. All of a sudden they just decided, okay, it's 1 o'clock. Now I'm going to feed.
Chris, actually, I think a lot, on certain lakes, the bluebird sky days with flat water, but yet when you throw some wind up on that water, then the fish seems like they start kicking on a lot more.
They do, but here's when we've been catching ours. So we'll have some weird wind that's coming out of the east, and it's not a big wind, but it's like, let's say a 6 mile an hour wind, enough to drift, but not be very successful. But you should have a little success. We won't catch crap. Then the wind completely dies, and I crank the trolling motor up a little more, and we start catching fish. When the wind's completely dead and the sun comes out, like we'll have a few clouds, and then all of a sudden every cloud disappears. The wind completely dies, and we're catching fish. So, Sunday we were catching fish pretty decent, pretty steady. And then we had this big rainstorm came and hit. And as soon as that thing was over, the wind damn near died. The sun came out, and the freaking fish just went haywire for like 2.5, 3 hours. It was 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 fish at a time. It was just chaos, So I don't know why they decided to really go after the rain and after the wind quit blowing, and then it became just clear, sunny sky. You would think, okay, it's cloudy, there's drizzle. Typically, that's good catfishing weather.
Yeah.
Pre-front, I don't know why they did that, or I don't even know why they were really where they were. A hunch told me to go check it, and it paid off. So,
Chris, what was so much difference about that? I mean, you thought they were in one location, then they were in somewhere totally different. I mean, was everything just different or everything the same?
Oh, so looking back, hindsight, I'm thinking, and this wasn't necessarily what I was thinking at the time. At the time, I was thinking the areas that I want to hit, the wind is not right for me to drag. It was a 20 mile an hour wind. I just couldn't position my boat properly to hit what I wanted to hit. I wanted to hit this levee. There was a few fish on the levee. It's a submerged levee in like 40 feet. There was a few fish on it. I thought, well, I can probably pick up some fish here, but the wind was like 20 mile an hour. And I thought, no, hell with it. I'm going to go tuck, because it was supposed to die down a little bit within an hour or so. So I said, hell, I'm going to go tuck behind the dam where I can get a little protection, and then I'll just drag the bottom contour if there's fish there. Well, as soon as I come off plane, the graph just lit up like it was February. I'm like, damn. Well, here they are. So I fished it the rest of the day. Before I had my third rod out, I had a fish on, and I'm like, okay, I know what's about to happen now. It's about to be a damn good day.
Now, was there a lot of bait shoved up in there too, Chris? Or
it was bait city. There was a ton of threadfin. There was a ton of white bass. Tons of catfish. I'll show you some graphs pictures if I can pull them up. Let me see if I can find an early one when I first pulled up on them. Here's what I stopped on. That's when I rolled up, man.
Wow.
And guys are like, how do you determine what's there? I said, I don't even have to freaking, dude, I don't even freaking have to see any. As soon as I come off plane, I'm not even looking to see if there's big fish with that. I already know there's big fish there.
Yeah.
It's a freaking guarantee. There is no doubt in my mind when I see that, I know there's going to be some good fish in that.
Wow.
Well, we've been fishing all day.
Here's another one after we've been fishing it.
Got about 60 eaters.
Oops.
This is what we've been fishing all day long. Ridiculous.
Oh man.
Eaters, got 320s and a bunch of teeners. We lost a giant.
And then about the time this cut off, I started smashing 30s, and then about an hour later, here's another graph pick. This was steady the whole way. Let me show you the next one.
Well, it's almost like that wind.
We've been lighting them up all day long.
Oh man.
And it was nonstop. I don't know how many we caught. Probably over 60. Got a bunch of 30s, bunch of 20s, bunch of teeners. No giants, but me and Action Jackson had a blast.
Dude, it was crazy, insane fishing. So we just stayed. I mean, once I saw that, I was like, I ain't leaving this because I know it's just a matter of time till I freaking hook into a giant. And we hooked into a monster that blew. I won't say what bait I was using, but it was a bait about this big, and it crushed that thing so hard the eyeballs exploded out of the sockets. So I know it was a giant because that's just a different power of fish that can do that.
Wow.
Kelby says they moved from the river to the lake overnight. Yep, that's for sure, especially around rain events, man. They move they can make major moves with rain event.
Yeah.
Trent, what's up, bro? Welcome. Vess said 40 feet of water for him this past Sunday. So I texted Vess. I was like, how deep were y'all? Because we were in 33, 34 feet most of the day. I marked fishing 40. I barely marked anything up shallow where the muddy water was coming in. Go figure, man. And I had fished with Vess the weekend before, and he's like, well, we got rain coming, so at least we'll know where to fish. Nope, not true. So Vess lit him up. He fished Sunday.
Hey, it just goes to show you, man.
Yeah.
Things can change. I mean, how fast it changes from one day to the next. I mean, and that's where it goes, man. Putting your skills to work, just knowing, going back to the drawing board, say, okay, this is happening. Okay, let's take the lake. Let's break it down in sections. We've done this. We've done that. This is what we need to do. And, like you said, sometimes you got to change everything you're doing up.
I had heard of some guys catching some deep on some other fisheries, and I thought, well, there's something a little different going on right now. So I'm just going to, internally, I just want to go look on that north end, but I just said, no, I'm just going to throw that crap out the window. I'm just going to roll the dice. I'm going to go on the opposite end of the lake where I think they should be.
Yeah.
I went to where I fish in February. It's crazy.
And you would think, Chris, in February, it's cold down there, man. The temperatures are so different to what y'all having now. I mean,
I don't know why bait was so stacked. Bait fish were so stacked like that. I don't understand it. there's really nothing to concentrate them there. All I can think of is maybe we had a south wind, a north wind for about several days before that might have pushed things over to that ledge. And then we did have the lake has very recently turned over, and then it warmed up immediately after. So I'm fairly certain there's oxygenated, cool water deep. And I think there was just something about that day that they liked because it was a big rainstorm. You know, a lot of fish like to migrate up towards where it's coming in.
Yeah.
Not these fish. So I don't know, man. Just goes to show you, man. Sometimes, you know, you could do this crap forever and things work for years. And then, you know, for whatever reason, and I don't even know what, all that crap goes out the window and you just got to try to figure something else out. So. Jason says, man, he can't get enough time on the water right now. I know that feeling you got, buddy, when you're trying to figure them out. You can't freaking wait to get back out there. It's just eats you up, especially you got a new boat. I'd be sleeping in that damn thing. Yeah, you can come follow me around. It's going to be pretty solid from here, starting about right now. It's going to be lights out for us every week. So, Matt Mosley said he almost got the skunk today. He barely freaking pulled a rabbit out of his hat at the end.
Wow.
That lake will do it, man. Bendon Tip says he's been the same way, went to where the fish should be, and turns out they were on the opposite end of the lake. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. But you got to be willing to try some new things and throw some things out the window that have worked, you know, like been working for you for a long time. Sometimes you got to think outside the box. So. Mosley said 5 hours without a fish. That was about like me and Vess the other day. We went probably 4 hours without catching a fish.
You know, Chris, the way y'all talking, man, it seems like it's happening around a lot of areas right now.
Yeah, I got a lot of guys saying they're getting skunked. So the week before we didn't do well, but we caught some good fish. But when I got back to the boat dock, there was 4 or 5 guys pulling, you know, getting off the lake, and they were cat fishermen. A couple of them were guides. They didn't catch a damn fish, so I was like feeling pretty damn good because I think we caught 10 the week before, you know, and had a 30 and a 20, a couple of 20s and a 30. So feeling pretty good about it. After that, I was like, oh well, things aren't so damn bad because I could have come out, drove all the way up here and got skunked.
And what makes you feel better, Chris, is when you look, you got boats surrounding you, man. I mean, all these people are coming in town here, and I can count boats everywhere around you, man. And everybody's pretty much in the same boat, you know, pretty much from what you're hearing and stuff. And they're like, okay,
feel good when you can put something together that on a day like that. I'm usually pretty good about that. Occasionally, I'm the guy who's feeling bad. You know, it's just fishing. Yeah, you can fish you can have the exact bait, the exact same style as your buddy fishing next to you. He catches 3 tanks, and you get 2 dinks or whatever. You know, he's feeling this is a great trip, and you're over here saying, "Man, I suck." And y'all did the exact same thing with the same bait, same rigs, same style of fishing.
That's it.
There's a fine line between victory and defeat, man. So.
And that's one thing we are finding out this week so far. You know, it's just that lucky 1 fish or lucky 3 fish, man.
Yeah, their skill to being on the fish there's a little bit of luck to getting that one that really puts you over everybody else.
And when you're fishing against some of the best in the country, man, and it's tough already, and these guys, they come in here and ladies, there's a lot of ladies.
They're out there fishing all week.
Yeah.
So you got a pretty good feel for where they're at. A lot of hooks in the water probably right now.
Oh, yeah.
Fish are getting fed. They're getting their lips pierced. But according to you, this bite's been off. So maybe they'll all just turn on for y'all when it's time.
Yeah, that's what we're hearing. It's pretty well the same thing for a lot of people right now. But now, last week, Chris, the reports of what we were hearing, man, they were just catching some nice fish. The fish were on fire. And, now it's like, okay, what's happened? Now we've got some rain. We've had no wind hardly. Sunday was the day we had the majority of the wind. On Sunday, we caught some fish. But, everything, like I said, it's the same size and stuff. But the old girls, they're laying around somewhere.
My buddy went back, fished same spot I fished Sunday, and just lit that freaking lake on fire. He went back Monday, caught 4 dinks, same spot. Now, I don't know exactly how he was fishing. There is something to presentation.
Yep.
And they were locked on to a certain part of the contour. You move over 50 feet, it ain't nothing. You move up on top of it, nothing. It was precision. It was a precision game where I saw those fish. They were not scattered. They were locked onto a little minute piece of that freaking contour. But
that's one thing we've seen too, Chris. If you get off that line, just a little bit, that's over with. That's a pretty well. It's a done. Might as well pick up and restart over. We've been finding out how they're holding tight to some things, and some things, it's like, wow, why are you in this area?
Juan said he saw shad schooling on deepest part of the lake in 70-degree water, and I had a buddy fishing down on Waco, and he's like, man, I'm out in the deepest part of the lake, and there's bait it's stacked 50 feet deep from the surface to the bottom. You can't even see. There's so much bait. I mean, why? I don't know. I don't get it. So try some new stuff. If something ain't working, it's traditionally been working, throw it all out the window and do the opposite. Because I've said it plenty of times. Sometimes, I don't know why it is, they don't want to be on the wind-blown point. They want to be protected. They don't want to be up in that shallow, comfortable area where there's oxygenated water and you would think there'd be fish. They want to be where you think they shouldn't be. So,
and that's what we tell people all the time, Chris. Don't be afraid to change. Don't be afraid. Whatever you're doing, don't be afraid. Don't get used to doing one thing all the time. Change up your tackle a little bit. Throw on some shorter leaders. Throw on some longer leaders. Don't get stuck in the same grind all the time.
Trent said he's been having to drag faster himself, and the bite has been afternoon for him lately. Morning has been horrible. And I would say up until this last trip, I barely even caught a fish before about 12:30. About right after lunch, we'd start catching fish. And we would move faster too, Trent. We've been having to move. Like, we would catch a few fish when the wind's blowing, but we had to go really slow. And then when the wind would crap out, we would speed up and we would start doing pretty good. We would light them up for about an hour and it would be over. Beth said same with him. The bite was right after the rain. So, yep, that was us too, Bess. Killer Beast stacked graph, biomass. That's for sure. I don't know why they were there doing what they were doing, but I'm glad I showed up to freaking throw down on them. Big Johnson's catfishing says, "What's up, slime dogs?" Mike Mitchell, "What's up, Mike? You fishing against Jamie this weekend?" Trent said, "We'll see if they move any Saturday after this incoming rain." Well, you know they're going to move. They don't even need the rain right now to move. There's been different areas every freaking time I've fished, and my buddies that fished the day before or the day after, I'll send them to where I fished, and it ain't no good. Or they'll kill it the day before me and send me there. It sucks. I don't know, man. It's been a real tough year. It's been a grind to put good fish in the boat every trip. Beth says the particular lake he fished, if it's blowing 15 plus, he'll catch a fish or two. Yeah, and most of the time, if I get a 15-mile-an-hour wind, especially if it's southeast wind, I feel like it's pretty much a guarantee. I haven't had that. I had a 25-mile-an-hour wind Sunday. So this is howling. I wanted to fish the levee. I couldn't hit the levee. Wind was coming in wrong. Mike says, "How's the bait situation, Jamie?"
Not where they were supposed to be. I was just saying earlier, Chris, that today we had a tough time trying to find some. It was scattered, a lot scattered today.
Y'all's in the wrong place. I know you don't want to hear it, but
oh man,
yeah. Tim King, he was there last weekend, I think, fishing.
I think so. Yeah, they had a good week last week over here.
Yeah, fishing was good here last week for a lot of my guide buddies, and then weekend rolls around and guys are getting their ass kicked. But
yeah,
I hit the right spot. I ain't gonna lie, I got lucky to hit what I hit. Tim King said fish are on fire.
Hit me up, brother.
Mike says he's driving down 14 hours right now.
Yeah. The rain probably be out here by the time he gets there.
Juan said him and Patrick are going to team up on Sunday and get after him. Or team up, on Sunday and get after him on Sunday. Scanning all day Saturday. Hopefully the weather holds up for you guys. Somebody told me today, I think it was Mosley, he's like, yeah, it's supposed to rain pretty hard this weekend. So, weatherman, you can't ever tell. That's the reason I went to Lavon Sunday, because huge tornado storms and stuff were hitting Texoma. My home lake was unfishable. I said, well, I'm going to go hit Lavon because it's right on the edge of where the storms are going to be. And I lucked out. We got rained on pretty hard for about 5 minutes, and then it was on. So it pays to be a crazy catfisherman. Some of my best trips have been real. The guy's like, I can't believe you're out there right now. Yeah, probably not the smartest thing, but
Chris, what did I tell you earlier? I think we've gone through $200 in gas in the last 2 days.
Yeah. Mike says, are they still calling for storms all day tomorrow?
Right now, man, I'll have to go back and look, but right now it's just steady pouring down rain. We're going to be on that edge of it. It's going to be either a mile or two, maybe 10 to 5 miles. We could get heavy downpours or we might get just light drizzles. It's wavy right now, back and forth.
Hey, Trent, would you fish it? Fished 2.5 miles of that Saturday. It's crazy fishing. Lost Jamie.
Chris, I think. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
There we go. My service is that rain's coming through my services.
Juan, y'all will have a good time. I'm sure of it. There's no way y'all could be our teammates and not be able to jive good. Everybody on our team that I've met face to face has been like a brother, man. We're all very similar natured guys, even though we're come from different walks of life. Any one of my friends will get along with another one of my friends. There's just something unique about my buddies. All my buddies can be best friends with all my buddies. It's a very seamless transition when we all get together. So I'm sure y'all are going to have a good old time. Trent says he would sleep in that fish pick. Mike said you sore mouthing all the fish, Jamie.
I'm not saying nothing.
He ain't sore mouthing them. He might be feeding some fish, but he ain't sore lifting them.
All the small ones, let's just say that.
Get them out of the way.
That's it.
Trinity, welcome, bro. Tim King says, I'm not on your. Don't know what that means, man. Mike says he'll fish in all weather, rain, sleet, snow, just won't play with the lightning. Yeah, but when you fish in the rain as much as I do, sometimes you don't. Sometimes that lightning just sneaks up on you. I try not to fish it either, but I've been caught in some freaking nasty storms. My buddies are like, "Are we gonna be all right?" I'm like, I don't know. Guess we'll find out. Jamie, I don't know what you got going on over there, bro.
Man, it's just that service, Chris, down here in that rain and stuff.
Yeah, I fish in all conditions too. I fished the day the polar front was blowing in. It was 30-mile-an-hour freaking north front hitting. Actually, the wind went around in a circle on me, and my buddies were like, "I cannot freaking believe you're out there fishing that." I bet you're getting your ass kicked. I said, "Well, we just broke the life record. And we got 250s and probably 3 or 4 40s. So I'd say it's worth it."
Man. I want to tell Mike and them while they're on here, y'all be careful coming down, guys. Y'all be careful.
Yeah, Tim's been a good buddy of mine, just being through the catfishing game, and he would fit in perfectly with any one of my guys. So he's just a good positive vibes type dude, willing to help others. It's a very common thread between all my guys. Very selfless, not really. Now Tim's a big time guide, so he has to promote his guide service, but most guys are more about helping others and promoting themselves so much. So I think that's cool. I know when I became friends with Tim, he said, "Man, when you come in," I was like, "When we get the boys together to fish," he's like, "When you come in town, come give me a shout. you can come. We got an extra room, and I'm like, damn, okay, that's pretty freaking awesome, you know.
Heck yeah.
That's not common these days for people to be so friendly and open and nice. I appreciate that, Tim. And
That's it,
man.
man.
It's going to be hard for us to get up there, but you can damn bet when I come up there, I'm going to definitely hit you up, man. So I'd love to get our boys together to catch fish.
Chris, that would be a lot of fun up there.
Trinity says he got caught in a bad one once in 50-mile per hour winds. About sunk the boat. I've been in one of those. That right there is a sketchy situation. So you've been on the water your whole life. You're going to be in a few of those, and you'll be thinking, man, I don't want to ever have to go through that again.
Chris, I done that same thing one night, brother. I put my boat in the woods to take safety in between trees and stuff, man. Put my boat right up on the shore.
Yeah, that's what we did. I barely made it into this protected cove because it was just one of those power cells that came out of nowhere. There was the lake was full of boats. It was one of those power cells just dropped down out of nowhere, and the lake was full of boats, and everybody was just full speed to try to get to shore to put their boat on shore to get off the freaking lake because it was 7-foot rollers, man. I mean, it was nasty. It was oceanic, and I got an ocean boat, so I mean, I just took it easy and got myself in a protected cove, put it up on shore, and then we ran to the truck, got in the truck. And it rained and rained and rained and rained and rained. And when it finally quit raining, I went out there and there was boats 10 feet up on shore, just up on dry land. The waves had just pushed boats. And I mean, the marina was destroyed. It was like crazy, man. There were so many boats up, just way up on shore. I'd never been in a storm like that, and I thought, man, I'm lucky we we made it through that one. So it happens. Just lucky to survive certain things like that. Yeah, Dustin, I want to come down there and fish that section of Louisiana you're close to. Definitely want to do that. That area is just epic. I've never really seen so many 40-pound fish come out of a section of river like that with so many different guys doing it. It's I'm gonna put that on the bucket list for sure. So we'll figure it out at time. Jackson's getting big enough now where he can travel fish with me. So Tim says, stop talking about it and be about it. Man, I want to come up there and get one of those freaking hundos. He catches a bunch of hundos. I don't care to catch. I mean, obviously, I'd like to catch it. I'd like to see my son tangle with one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Ray Hubbard tornado was pretty bad. Trent said he was on the water that day. Never been on the water in a tornado, but I've been on some freaking crazy windy.
Chris, is that the one that destroyed that marina down there that they showed on the news and stuff?
That was Ray Roberts. That tornado hit the lake.
Wow.
And pretty much destroyed one of the marinas. It actually went over Louisville as well and tore up one of our marinas real bad, ripped the roofs off, sank one of the entire docks with all the big boats. I used to have my boat at the marina, but I travel fish so dang much. It takes a lot of prep, taking all the rods and everything off the boat and the graph and all that.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, it's not. You think it's convenient just going. I live a mile from the lake. Just if I want to fun fish, my lake's real close. But trophy season comes, I'm going all over, man. I just like to fish different lakes. Trent said his wife was not a happy person. My wife was calling me Sunday when that big storm hit. She's like, there's tornado sirens going off and it's thundering like crazy and there's a little bit of hail. What the hell are y'all doing? I'm like, well, we're at Lavon, so it's barely even hitting us right now. Oh, Tim says he lost a 90 plus in the boat yesterday. Got him to the surface. Seen him. Yep, got a whisk. Oops, what did I do? You had a whisker hooked fish.
Oh man.
Those big ones like that. Well, I guess you could have had it in the tooth patch. So I don't. If you don't hook a big fish like that pretty perfectly, you would have to have a giant hook to get around a tooth patch of a 90. What size hooks do you use, Tim? Gurney says he'd like to break the 80 mark. Texas doesn't have a lot of 80s. I mean, we've been getting one or two 80s every year the last 3 or 4 years, but getting one over that is just. I mean, there may be one out of Texas a year that is in the 90s. At it, one over 100 every 5 years. Usually, it's flathead. It's not even a blue. So. We got a ton of 40s and 50s and 60s, 70s. Tim's up there in the freaking catfishing paradise for monsters, though. There's something magical about that lake.
How did he do last week, Chris, down here?
What's that?
He was down here on Santee Cooper last week, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he came and fished a kayak tournament and didn't pre-fish or nothing and dang near won it. I can only imagine what he'd get done with a little pre-fishing. So, Eagle Eye says he heard a guy caught 280s on Texoma within 10 minutes. I heard of a guy doing that too.
Yeah, I wish this tournament was held last week. They had some good weather down here last week.
Tim said it was his fault because he just got back from Santee and he took his grandpa and his son out without retying leaders. You broke off? Damn. Yep. That is a big fish if you're breaking leaders. You must have had a helicoptered hook into your leader line. Gar fishing addiction. There's another Texas legend right there. He said he caught 280s on Fairfield in 5 minutes. He beat me.
Oh.
You just bragging now. Beth says you guys be safe. Never. Tim says he failed to submit a fish that cost him first place. 5 fish at one time.
Man.
Yeah, we had a 7 fish takedown this past weekend. No giants, but 330s and a 20 and some teeners. Good old time for me and Jackson. I actually got to reel in a couple of those. So. Gar fishing addictions over there catching 8-foot gator gars. Eats our 80-pound catfish for freaking. I'm glad your back's healing up, bro. I'm glad to see you're able to get back and do some fishing. I know you've been hurting.
Chris, while we had a chance too, I want to tell everybody, appreciate all the good luck and all that stuff from when we went to up to Lake Hickory. I believe that was a couple weeks ago. We were up there for the King Cat. I just want to tell everybody thank you for all that good luck they sent our way. We didn't get the one fish we needed, but we were able to finish 7th with only 2 hours of practice up on Lake Hickory. Never been there before, so we appreciate everybody.
Gar fishing addiction, are you going to be fun fishing or are you going back to guiding? Because if you're fun fishing, we got to do some fishing, bro. Hell, I'll come down there. You got a new boat, you're getting rigged up. I'll come down there and fish. Or we can go fish one of these big fish fisheries. You just let me know, man. You let me know. I'll bring the bait. I'll do all the heavy lifting. You can reel in fish or kick back and drink a beer or whatever, man. We can watch Jackson catch fish. JTC, what's up, bro?
Oh, Lord, he's working a keyboard.
I hope he's got that 70. He's always. I said JTC's always good for a 60. I hope you got that 60 card in your back pocket. You're ready to pull out on tournament day, man.
I wish he'd go ahead and let it out a little bit.
Dwayne, what's up, buddy? You been doing any good down south? Our fish has been sucking up here. Well, I say that. I smoked them Sunday. Up until Sunday, our fishing's been sucking. Water temp was 71 Sunday. Not good. Long way from good fishing. As I smoked them Sunday. I can't get a beat on these fish.
It's Chris, I believe every year it's getting different every year, man. Things is changing so much.
Our weather is really extreme in Texas. It's been very mild with a dose of extreme. So we got extreme heat. We'll have extreme cold, mild winter. We do if we could get extreme weather for 4 or 5 days, that really can make things go good. But it's been very pleasant, mild, which sucks for the fishing, man.
Yeah.
73 there when he went fishing the other afternoon. And I always say I can't at 70-degree water sucks. You can catch fish. You can't have a high success rate catching big fish constantly with that water tip. It's a luck game. I'm looking for like 3 decent fish with 70-degree water, and I'll be happy with 1. Getting all his gear gathered up and ready. We need some colder nights to drop that water temp. We got mild, cooler nights coming, but no real major cold events that can really stratify the water and group things up. we've had some rain events, and traditionally I'd say I know where to fish, but I went and they weren't where I thought. I don't know, man. I'm gonna go give them hell Sunday again. I'll probably head back up to Texoma because I'm a sucker for punishment. If I can find the striper, I'll probably do good if I got a decent south wind. Well, Jamie, you got a game plan for tomorrow for your fishing?
Well, yep, we got a game plan, man. We're gonna stick to it tomorrow until maybe a half a day of it. We'll see how it goes.
I'll check Trent. Trent, are y'all are fishing Sunday? Where are y'all fishing Sunday, Trent? And I may try to if Jack's got playoff football and we're playing an incredible team Saturday. If we lose, there's no Sunday game and I'm free to fish. So I may come join you guys wherever y'all are fishing. Wheeler says, good luck, Jamie Dunn.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate it, guys. Chris, on that note, too, also, man, I want to say Rebecca's back home. I talked to her a little while. She said she's doing a lot of drifting weights. I want to say thank you to everybody supporting Carolina Lake Weights, man. She said it's been busy. And I want to send a shout out to everybody and say thank you so much for supporting us.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And there's all kinds of new swag and everything too, so check it out, guys.
Trent, I know where they were Sunday on Levon, but I sent another buddy there Monday, and he said they were gone. Fish had moved. So I don't know where they'll be. I've got a feeling where I think they'll be. Takes a while to get up in there. It's heavily timbered. We can kind of move around the edge, and we don't have to go full speed, but we can get up in there. And I've got some good spots to check on the way up there in case, I like to fish around the sand bass unless we've had rain, and then I go up and move up into the muddy water. And they were piled around. They were around those sand bass and crappie. There was a bunch of crappie in there too. So I don't really know why they were down there, Trent. We were talking about it earlier. I don't know why they were there. I just got lucky and found them. Yeah, Moody, I'll send you some. I've got send me a message and I'll send you some. I don't know if you use 2s or 3s, but I'll send you some. You'll love them, man. We had Chris on the show, Gar Fishing Addiction. He's a Gar guide. He's caught world-class alligator gar. He's a catfish guide on Richland Chambers. He crappie fishes. He hybrid fishes, sand bass. He can catch any fish in the lake. Been doing it forever. Good dude. Had some back surgeries. Been off the water. Sold your big fancy riverboat, didn't you, Chris? They love them sand bass, bro. I know that's right. Yes, sir. There's always some good fish. There's good fish around the sand bass pile 80% of the year, or maybe even more. Guys ask, is it a good bite to fish around sand bass? I'm like, damn straight. Yeah, year round. It's only one time a year where I really move off of the sand bass. And that's generally pre-spawn in the spring when they start moving up around their spawning habitat. And even then, there's still sand bass moving in and out of there. They're just not sitting right there with the pile. So. Well, Chris got a big 24-foot jet boat, river boat, the king of river boats. He's got for sale. If any of you rich catfish guys want the baddest freaking jet boat you've ever seen, holler at my boy Moody. He's got one that's up for sale. Catches a bunch of fish in the 10 to pound range that will have blues in their belly. Yeah, I've got some friends back east that use blue cats for bait. They're like, "Don't tell anybody I told you that."
I've heard that before.
Blue cats are creatures of opportunity, and I think a lot of big ones, they like to eat a certain size fish. I know y'all heard me say that before. They don't care what it is. They like a certain size, a certain time of year. They're looking for a certain size meal rather than small blues. Quite often when he cleans them in their bellies. Yeah, I believe it. There's a million blue cats in the lake right now. Well, Jamie, you want to do any promoting?
Man, I just want to, like I said earlier, man, I just want to say thank you for everybody supporting us here at Carolina Lake Weights. Rebecca said it's been busy. She's back home doing a lot of drifting weights and different stuff, and we're just here representing Carolina Lake Weights at the King Cat Classic here on Santee Cooper. So
Man,
hopefully Friday and
I
Saturday.
hope y'all do well.
We're gonna try, man. We're going against some of the best there is, man, and we're just fortunate that we were qualified to be able to do this, and we're gonna go give them hell. That's for sure.
Yeah, if y'all got a 10-inch rain in the area, that's gonna. I know where the fish will want to be, but I don't know if they're gonna want to bite with that much rain.
Yeah, we're luckily. I think the line is staying, like I said, a couple counties away from us. But we're within that 0.75 to 1, maybe 2 inches, depending on how it wiggles back and forth. I'm hoping we're not going to get the heavy 10 inches, but it could go either way.
Trent says he'll say this: shad has not been the preferred bait for him lately.
I don't.
Trent, is shad ever really your preferred bait, bro? Me and Trent. I know how Trent thinks. Trent, I don't know if you guys are going to fish the Twisted Cat tournament here in Lake Ray Hubbard, but if I'm free that weekend, I'll fish that damn thing with you guys. And if not, I might fish it with Jackson. So I just don't know about sports. That time of year he's got basketball. I don't know if it's over by then. I can't remember. It's hard for me to keep up with all this crap. And if I go fish it, I would like to pre-fish it. I've got a really good feel for both those lakes, so got an idea where they'll be. I would I know if we get, usually we have a real good cold front right at the end of January, so I know where they like to go, and if we have a warm up, I also know where they like to go on that lake. So even if I don't fish it and you guys need some intel, I'd be happy to help you boys out. Moody says he's never fished a catfish tournament himself. He's too busy freaking making money on his guide trips. Moody, if you want to partner up with me, we'd make a pretty damn good team. Yeah, it's hard to plan that far out, Trent. For me, it boils down to my son's schedule. My wife, she'll let me do whatever fishing wise, but I don't miss anything of my son's sports wise. So I need to. I guess I got to figure out when that is, and then I'll know. Went ahead and blacked it out. Haven't decided just yet for sure. That's a great lake. It'll be 50 pounders that bring in the big fish. That time of year, we smoke them down there, dude. I mean, it's usually a couple of 50s, handful of 40s type days that time of year. Those are both two awesome lakes for January, February fishing. The only problem is there's going to be a lot of guys that are going to hear about that lake now. It sucks, man, because they'll light them up on that weekend. That many good anglers on that lake. It's a small lake. All the juggers from Oklahoma will be coming down to jug all the fish out. Wayne said they like them channel cats also. He heard. All my buddies know how y'all think. Yeah, Trent, some of these bigger guides have moved over there. It's just a matter of time. People teach others how to fish, and then they all tell their 5 buddies, and before you know it, there's 100 guys that are decent cat fishermen over there cleaning them out. Not everybody turns them loose. And even so, guys that aren't that good, when you're pulling them out of deep water in February, they're not taking care of the fish. Puts a hurting on them. Jamie, you tired, bro?
We got to head out, Chris. We got to go to a little get together, and then we got to come back. And 4 a.m. comes early in the morning, brother.
All right. Well, we'll let y'all get out of here. I know I asked you before. What do you got to promote?
Well, man, like I said, I just want to say thank you to everybody. If you haven't got you some drifting weight, guys, go check us out at Carolina Lake Weights. Get you some drifting weights. We got some new swag over there. I don't know if y'all see the skeleton shirt behind me. We got the new CLW Carolina Lake Weights quick dry shirt.
The 15-inch decals you're going to be sending me, buddy.
Yes. Yep. As soon as I get back home, she might already have them done, but
I've got these aren't big enough. These are 12s. I need a 15. So
yep. And guys, if y'all haven't got them too, we got those up, and I think they're up on the website too.
I got all my sponsors sending me decals to put on the boat, and I want this one to be a little bigger. So I guess I gotta clean the hull. Kevin sent me a freaking giant one.
Jeez.
But you know what? He's good to me, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm proud to rep for my friends that are good to me. it's more for me. It's more than just people like helping us by supporting us. It's they're my friends. So
Yep.
and I'll tell you what, these guys right here have been awesome to me and Jackson too. So got some good people behind us.
Things happening. There you go. Operation Vets with Nets, man. We got some good things happening, Chris. CLW's growing. Man, the family's growing. So Carolina Lakewoods is really starting.
I'm proud to be with you guys. Y'all are family to me. Both you and Rebecca are like brothers and sisters to me. Love you guys. Everything y'all do for me and Jackson. Man, it's family. Love the team we've built. Yep. Love all the kids that we got that we can try to get other dads motivated to fish. It's a cool thing what we got going. It's a little different than all the other stuff.
And we're going
to try to get out of all this team stuff. I'm like, really, for me, it's brotherhood. Guys that are willing to be, are my friends. We all help each other. There's Billy Bever. That's our pastor teammate right there. Carolina Lakewoods, baby.
I think Rebecca's going to come out of retirement a little bit after the first of the year when we get done with the shows. I think we're going to start stepping up our tournament fishing, start doing a little bit more traveling with the tournaments. So stick around for that, man. You never know where we might show up next.
Bess says, when's the Best Cooks 4-inch EVA float coming out?
Never know, brother. I was trying to read it right there.
Yeah, he needs one. Yeah. I know what he wants those for. It's time to go big, baby.
That's right.
Trent needs those too because he likes to use those fish that are shaped kind of like that.
Man.
All right, guys. Well, we appreciate everybody stopping in and hanging out and spending some time. We'll figure out something next week's show. It's good to be back, hanging out with my people, our family, our slime family, our friends. Jamie, good to get to see you, bro. Hope y'all smoke them on
you too, brother. Man, we're gonna like I said earlier, we're gonna give her hell, cuz. Thank you to everybody for all the support too, guys.
Yes, sir. Guys, tight lines. God bless. Azul out.
Later, everybody.